to virtually be with everyone this evening. Our class tonight is actually a yoga on the screen class as well as a Namaste yoga class. So our class this evening is brought to you by Yoga on the Screen and Cleveland Public Square. They're offering live streams every Wednesday at 5:30 with a variety of studios, and tonight it's Namaste Yoga Studio, and I'm Jolynn. I'm the owner and instructor at Namaste Yoga Studio. Myself, in addition to 20 other instructors, have been working really hard to keep some momentum at Namaste over this time of quarantine and not being able to be open. So we're offering live stream every day at 9 and 5:30. So you can always join us, even if it's not Wednesday at 5:30. But this particular class is brought to you by Yoga on the Green, and Cleveland Public Square is offering it as a live stream connection for you today. And you can follow their social media page for more content each and every day. They've got lots of great music stuff going on. I noticed they're doing some musical groups, and Mary Stepanek is doing yoga on the screen next Wednesday at 5:30, and she's also with Namaste Yoga, so you can catch her next Wednesday. We kind of flip-flopped our schedule today so that I could come to you live for Yoga on the Screen for the first time. Today's practice is not only brought to you by Yoga on the Screen and by Cleveland Public Square and by Namaste Yoga, but also the letter E for Earth. Happy Earth Day, and thank you so much for joining me on Earth Day. We have an all levels practice today. If you have yoga props, you can grab them. If you don't, well, we can get by without them. I've got a blanket, I've got a strap, and I have a block. But if you don't have any of those, or you only have one of those, it's all good. You can also grab a bath towel and fold it up. You could grab the wrap from your robe instead of a strap. You could grab a thicker book as a block to support your practice tonight. So let me see if we have any requests this evening. We've got a Jill and a Kathy and a Jenny and a Keith and lots of other people watching this evening. So thank you again for joining us. Again, today is brought to you by Yoga on the Screen in Cleveland Public Square and Namaste Yoga Studio. I am Jolynn, your host and instructor this evening. I've got some cool stuff to share. One of our students, Melissa Krause, who has an awesome wood carving machine, made me this cool #Namaste at home sign and brought it over yesterday. Made me cry a little bit. It was totally cool and I couldn't hug her. And then Jeff and Gina Pico are offering with Official Spirit wear these awesome Namaste at home t-shirts as well. So you can, if you have any questions about that, you can find it on our Facebook page, or you can post a comment in the link to this video. So as I said, today is Earth Day, and so our theme today will be around trees, and I have a little thing I won't share with you, and I'm going to bring it up here so you can see it, because my kids and I did coloring today, so I figured I would do some coloring today. Be like the tree. Stay grounded. Connect with your roots. Turn over a new leaf. Bend before you break. Enjoy your unique natural beauty and keep growing. And that's by Joanna Raptis. So this is our theme this evening, be like the tree. So we're going to get grounded. We're going to connect to our roots. We'll breathe and bend before we break and keep growing. So let's get started. We'll begin this evening in Tadasana. If you have a block, grab it, and you can place that block between your inner upper thighs. And placing that block between your inner upper thighs, step your feet so that they're hip width and parallel. And lift and spread your toes. So the first two things about being a tree are to get grounded and to connect with your roots. So we know that in a yoga practice, whatever surface is touching the earth is where we can root to rise. So let's really lift and spread those toes and feel the big toe and baby toe ball mounds of the feet, the center of the heel, and feel super rooted to whatever surface you're working with tonight. Draw your belly in, unlock your knees, roll your shoulders back, and stand tall like the beautiful tree that you are, standing in your unique beauty. Turn your palms forward in Samastitihi, a state of joy and bliss. Bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly now. And keeping the engagement in the legs, softness in your knees, length in your spine. Connect to your breath. Relax into this posture. Relax into your breath. Paying attention to any fluctuations, not only in your mind, but in your physical body as well. So perhaps you feel yourself gripping in your toes or in your heels, or leaning to the left or to the right. Find some balance here. Trust that you are exactly where you should be. Get grounded. Connect to your roots. Keep growing. Take one more long breath in and out. Release your hands back to Samastita, a state of joy and bliss. Roll your shoulders back and take your arms up to the sky. Keep that little hug of the block without locking your knees. Draw your hands to your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms up and wide, collecting hands at heart center again. And one more time. Inhale, stretch all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, interlace behind your back. Now, if it's too much for you to interlace, I want you to grab that strap and bring the strap behind you and bring the strap about as wide as your hips. Roll your shoulders back. Slide your shoulder blades towards your waist and draw your belly in towards your spine so the ribs aren't popping forward. Again, unlock the knees. Keep the trunk of your pose from hips down to feet strong. Stay rooted through the toes, rooted into the heels. Keeping the knees soft. Connect to your breath again. Perhaps close your eyes. Take one more breath where you are. Really feel the center of the chest stretch forward, core strong. And exhale. Release your arms. Give your shoulders a little roll. And just let your arms sway a little bit from side to side. Staying really solid and grounded from the hips down through your feet. So keeping this block for just a few breaths more. Lift and spread your toes again. Inhale, reach your arms up. Big sun breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. Keep those knees unlocked. Inhale, we're coming into a nice little forward bend. Exhale, through heart center. Maybe you can touch the floor. Maybe you're not touching the floor. Maybe hands come to heart center. Inhale, stretch the chest forward. Exhale, let a little bit go. Inhale, stretch the chest forward. Now, if your hands are on the floor, you can lift halfway. Otherwise, keep your hands on your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift halfway. And let it all go. Root to rise, all the way up to stand. Lift your heart, Urdhva Hastasana, heart to the sky. Exhale, hands return to the heart. Let go of that block now. So set your block off to the side, somewhere that might be handy for you. And coming back to center, lift and spread your toes again. Find balance through your feet. Big toe, baby toe, ball mound, center of the heel. Unlock your knees, strong core. Roll the shoulders back and reach your arms up, palms forward. Again, lift your heart to the sky. Exhale, hands return to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms wide. Exhale, lead with the heart, forward bend. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise with the breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. Close your eyes again for a moment. Pause. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice this evening. A direction in which to manifest your energy. Perhaps your intention is something around the earth or Earth Day, taking care of what surrounds us. We'll begin with some slow sun salutations. So I'm going to step to the top of my mat here. I'll be using the mat in a variety of directions tonight. But for this moment, let's step up here to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lead with the heart and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Step yourself back. Right foot, left foot, plank pose. Maybe knees are on the earth, maybe knees are lifted. Take a breath. Knees and chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra pose. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. If puppy dog is a better option for you, you're going to walk those hands forward and lift your seat. If lifting the knees is a possibility, lift your knees, lift your seat, stretch long, keep a softness through your knees. Now, if you're in puppy or child, you're going to gradually walk yourself to your hands. If you're in down dog, come up to the tippy toes, knees bend, hop, step, jump forward, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to let go. Inhale, rise with your breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, stretch up. Wide arms and an open heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Step back, right foot, left foot, plank pose, high or low. Knees and chest and chin or chaturanga come all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your heart, little back bend. Exhale, release, puppy dog or downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Deep breaths. Complete exhalation. Let your ears come right between those biceps, whether you're in puppy or downward facing dog. And we're making our way back up to the top of the mat again. So from puppy or child, simply stepping your feet forward. Maybe from down dog, you'll hop those feet up to your hands, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it all go. Root down, rise all the way up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to do a little bit of tree pose here to begin our practice today. Woo, got something in my eye. All right, so let's pull the hair back so we can actually see my face tonight. Again, this is brought to you not only by Namaste Yoga tonight, but by Cleveland Public Square's Yoga on the Screen, and the letter E for Earth Day. So we're working with some tree tonight. So begin to march your feet a little bit. Lift one knee and lower, lift the other knee and lower, and just start to play with balance a little bit here. Tree pose is a balance pose. It also strengthens the legs, lifts the heart, causes us to be focused and concentrate, so it's good for all of those things. So the next time you lift your right knee, I want you to hold for a whole breath when you lift that knee. Set your right foot down, lift your left knee, hold for a whole breath. Lift your right knee again, hold for an entire breath. Notice the fluctuations. Bend before you break, right? One of the rules of being a good tree. And then lower the right foot and lift the left knee. Ooh. Notice the fluctuations every time. This time, lift that right knee. Maybe place your heel on your ankle, or maybe place your foot at your calf, or all the way up to your inner upper thigh. And just notice. Maybe you're coming in and out. Maybe you're a little wobbly. Maybe you're on carpet like I am and it's really challenging. Connect to your core, to your breath. Again, bend so you don't break. So let the wobbles come, let the fluctuations come. And then take that foot away from your leg, lift your knee, lower it. Take it to the left side, lift your knee. Take it heel to ankle or foot to calf or foot all the way up to the inner upper thigh. And again, just paying attention to the wiggly, the wobbly, the fluctuations. Maybe you're tapping out and coming back in. And lift that knee again and lower it down. March a few more times. Getting all the crankiness and pops and cracks out of the hips and the knees tonight. And then step back up, Tadasana, top of the mat. Lift and spread your toes. Inhale, rise with your breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Step back, plank pose. Knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. This time we're coming all the way to the earth for a Sphinx pose. What does Sphinx pose look like? I'm going to wiggle back here. Elbows come underneath the shoulders. Hands are spread wide. Find a little pull from the hands to the elbows back towards the hips and shimmy those hips a little bit, making sure the legs are really grounded, that the 10 toenails are pressing into the floor. Get grounded, connect to your roots. Stretch your chest forward, take a breath in here. Slowly begin to bring that left leg all the way out as if you are coming to tree pose on that left leg. So instead of connecting the sole of your foot to your calf or to your knee or to your quad, just bring that leg a little bit further away from your leg so you're not connected. So left foot is kind of hovering out there in this weird hovering tree pose. Find some heaviness in the left hip and the right hip and stretch your chest forward. Continue to root down into the top of the right foot. Peel your low belly away from the floor, ribs away from the floor, chest away from the floor. Let your shoulder blades come down your back. Begin to slide that left hand right under the left shoulder and take a little tiny peek back towards the left knee. Stay connected to your middle. Feel the waistline expand with your breath. Take another breath in here. And slowly release, bringing some heaviness back to that left side. Slowly begin to tuck that left foot back in and find a little shift and shimmy one more time. Begin to take that tree pose on the right side now. So start to roll slightly left as you kick that right leg out as if you were coming to tree, but don't connect your right foot to your left thigh. Press down into the top of the left toes. Again, stretch your chest forward, belly up, ribs up, heart up, and find some heaviness in that right hip. Take a breath in here and a breath out. Take another breath in and a long breath out. Begin to slide that right hand now under the right shoulder, pressing down. Take a peek over the right shoulder towards the right knee. Again, fill that whole right side body with breath. Draw your belly in, roll your chest open. Take one more breath in where you are. And as you exhale, easy release. Coming back to Sphinx pose. Tuck that right leg back in to meet the left and shimmy your hips a little bit. Slide your hands under your shoulders, stretch back to child or to puppy pose. So puppy, hips float over the knees, stretching the arms forward, ears right between the arms. Child's pose, big toes touch, heels are separated, and you're bringing your forehead to the earth. Arms can be active, or maybe you just place them next to your heels. Maybe you've had a rough day, and you want to tuck into a soft shape on the earth. Reach your hands forward again, making sure they're a little bit wider than your shoulders, so the webbing of the second and third fingers line up with the outside of the shoulder. Curl your toes and lift your seat, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Bend and stretch your legs a few times here. So start to connect with the backs of the legs a little more, finding those hamstrings. We're going to do a little work there. Oh. Stretch that right leg long now, coming into a three-legged dog. Press out through the sole of the right foot, press down into the hands to extend up even higher to the sky. Left knee is a little soft. See if you can keep some balance to your hips. Take a breath in here. Draw that knee in towards your navel and step on through for a crescent pose. Back heel stays lifted. Hover your fingertips above the floor. Connect to your legs. Get grounded. Connect to your roots. Feel your toes engaged. Stretch back into that left leg. Roll your shoulders away and down the back. Hovering here. Get connected to your breath. To your legs. Take one more breath in here. Begin to root down and rise all the way up. Stretch your arms to the sky. Relax your shoulders onto your back. Maybe turn those palms forward and lift your heart to the sky. As you exhale, hands come down. Wiggle back through those left toes. Drop your left knee for low lunge. Uncurl your left toes and press into the top of your foot. If you have a block handy, you might want it for later in the sequence. Bring your hands up to your thigh and settle in. Give a little hug between the right heel and the left knee to balance your hips. Again, get grounded, get connected to the places that your body touches the earth. Feel a rooting to rise, so really feel the pelvic floor lift, core lift, rising up to the crown of the head. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus arms. Taking a little cat-cow from here, really gentle. Bring the pinky side of the hand together. Inhale, lift and stretch the heart. Modified cow pose here. Exhale, little curl, connect to your belly. Inhale and open. Exhale and curl. And inhale, open. One more time. Exhale, curl in. Inhale and open. Stretch all the way up. Exhale, hands come down. Curl those left toes, stretching back to a half Hanuman, a half split. So maybe you'll bring that block in to pop those toes up. Stretch the chest forward. Imagine that you can lift your tailbone up and back. Deep breaths here. Full breath out. If you need a little bend and stretch in that right leg, if you need some dynamic movement, take it. Maybe a big bend and a big stretch. Keep those right toes active. One more breath here. And as you exhale, walk forward into a bend of that knee. Heel toe your right foot out of footprint. Pick up the left knee and wiggle it back again. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot. Stretch your chest forward for a modified lizard pose. Uttanapristhana. Keep stretching the heart forward. Activate the legs by pulling that right heel and left knee towards one another. Stay grounded through the whole sole of that right foot. One more breath in here. Breath out. Begin to slowly lift that left knee away from the floor. Peel your right arm up to the sky for a twist. Deep breath in. Full breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Step that left foot up to meet the right. Ooh, big step forward, forward bend. Shake your head out, yes and no. Again, if you've got anything going on with vertigo, high or low blood pressure, stay with that halfway lift rather than bringing the head lower than the hips. So you've got some choices here tonight. This is an all levels practice. Do what works best for you, honoring whatever is going on in your body. These are the principles of the tree, right? Bring your hands up to your waist and slowly begin to rise up. We're coming into chair pose. Step your feet to hip width. Bend your knees. Tailbone up and back. Deep breath in here. I'm going to turn and face you. Full breath out. Begin to lift that right leg away from the floor. Find that single leg tree pose. Yay, or single leg chair pose. We're going to tree pose. And as you begin to rise up, tap the arch of your foot to the inside of your left calf. Tap the calf with the ball of your foot. Come back, tap the arch. Come back to that single leg chair. Come back to chair pose. Rise up, lift your heart. Bring your hands to your heart this time, chair pose. Settle in. Take a breath in. Full breath out. We're doing that same side one more time. Come into your single leg chair pose. Begin to rise up. Tap the calf with the arch of that right foot. Tap the calf with the ball of the right foot. Tap the calf with the arch of the right foot. Single leg chair pose. Chair pose, arms spread wide. Rise up, heart to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it all go. Step yourself back, plank pose. We're coming to the other side. I'm going to shift here. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga flow through to your cobra, your sphinx, or your upward facing dog. Exhale over the toes, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, three-legged dog. So pressing back into that left heel, find some softness with the right knee. Sass that right hip back a little bit and stretch from the hands to the heel. Ears are right between the biceps. Core is engaged and strong. Take a breath in here. Curl that left knee in. We're stepping right up between the hands. Hover those fingertips above the floor. Roll your shoulders back. So really gliding the shoulders onto the back of the heart to make space at the shoulders, at the chest. Again, get grounded. Get connected to your feet. Connected to your roots. Squeeze your legs together, simultaneously stretching back into that right heel. Take another breath in and out. We're preparing root to rise here. Inhale all the way up. Stretch your arms up, squeeze your legs together. Tap into the strength of your middle. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Maybe turn those palms up, lift your heart. Exhale, hands come down, wiggle back through the right toes, drop the right knee, low lunge, uncurl the right toes. Bring your hands on up to that left thigh now, and again, get grounded by getting dense through the legs. Really get heavy through that left foot, top of the right foot, squeeze that right knee and the left heel towards one another. Feel the lift from the pelvic floor to the core, all the way up the spine. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms forward, lift your heart. Exhale to those goalpost arms. We've got 3 rounds of cat and cow. Exhale, pinky fingers curl together. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, pinky fingers curl in. Inhale, expand the chest. One more time. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open it up. Stretch up. Hands come down. Curl those right toes. Send your hips back, half Hanuman. Again, if you have a block to keep yourself lifted, you can come up on that block. Keep the hips nice and square. Get grounded through that left heel. See if you can find a sensation where you're pressing into the heel and almost dragging it back towards the hip joint, towards that sitting bone. Keep the chest forward. Again, if you need a little bend and stretch, do a little bend and stretch. Take one more breath in here. And as you exhale, you can take your block with you, bend your knee, keeping those toes curled, or you can uncurl them if it feels better for your lizard pose. We're bringing those fingertips to the inside of the left foot. Pick up that right knee, scooch it back a little bit. Sanskrit is scooch. Scooch it back, wiggle it back. Now, keeping grounded through the sole of this left foot. We're not turning, we're not rolling. We're staying really grounded and rooted here. Stretch the chest forward, coming into your Uttanapasthana, lizard pose. Squeeze that left heel and the right knee towards one another. Again, those right toes can be curled or uncurled, depending on the sensation you're looking for here. Deep breath in, chest is forward. Full breath out. Another deep breath in. Oh, that feels so good. Full breath out. One more time, deep breath in. As you reach the bottom of this exhale, curl those right toes, lift the right knee, peel your left elbow arm to the sky, finding Alanasana, Parvrita Alanasana, twisted crescent pose. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Tap into your middle again. Feel your navel hug in every time. Deep breath. Exhale, hand comes down. Big step forward, right to left. Stepping into your forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it all go. Root down, rise all the way up to stand. Hands come back to the heart center. We're coming back into that chair pose. I'm turning to face you this time. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, chair pose. This time the left leg is taking that chair pose. So we're moving from chair to one-legged chair, to the arch tapping the calf, to the ball of the foot tapping the calf, back to the arch, back to one-legged chair, back to chair. Here we go. Chair pose. If I keep talking long enough, you'll just stay here with me, right? Or you'll go do something else and come back and I might still be in chair pose, which is a hazard of home practice, right? All right, so here we have our chair. Lift those left toes, one-legged chair. Slowly rise up, tap the left arch to the right calf. Tap the left ball of the foot to the right calf. Bring it back into the arch. One-legged chair. Chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Settle in again, a couple breaths. Tap into your core, find a little bit of back bend. So from the center of your body, stretching back through your tailbone, forward with the chest. Breath in here, finding balance on that right foot, one-legged chair. Rising up, arch of the left foot to the right calf. Ball of the left foot to the right calf. Arch of the right foot. One-legged chair. Chair pose. Reach your arms up. Celebrate. Inhale, rise with your breath. Exhale, hands through heart. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And let it go. Step back to your plank pose. We're flowing through again. So you've got your rhythm. It's knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to sphinx, cobra, maybe upward facing dog. We'll meet again in a downward facing dog. Let's take a little flow here. So lifting the hips, you can do all of this from table pose if downward facing dog is not in your practice tonight. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, pull that knee in. Step through crescent pose. Inhale, rise with your breath. Squeeze the legs together. Again, get grounded, get rooted. Be okay with the wobbles, right? We bend so we don't break. Rules of being the tree. Take a breath in here. Open it up, warrior two. Knees over the heels. Squeeze the legs together. Any warrior flow is going to connect you to your legs, to your foundation. Let that foundation be the tree tonight. Reverse your warrior. Flip your palm. Take your gaze to your left big toe. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Plank or three-legged plank. Float it back. Knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga to your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take it to the other side. Left leg rises, three-legged dog or table. One more breath. Knee comes in, foot steps through. Crescent pose. Inhale, rise. Settle in. Get grounded in the breath, in your body. One more breath in here. Taking it to warrior two. Back heel comes down, left knee bends. Squeeze your feet together. Power up your legs. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your breath easy and soft. Left palm flips, reverse your warrior. One more breath here. Hands come down, foot goes back. Three-legged plank or plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga flow through. Downward facing dog or table or puppy on an exhale. Up on the balls of the feet, knees bend, hop, step, jump forward, forward bend. Halfway lift. Let it go. Root to rise, up to stand, lift your heart. Hands to heart. Hands next to the hips, samastitihi. Take a breath in, roll your shoulders back, breath out. Inhale, reach up. Wide arms open, heart fold forward. Halfway lift. And let it go. Step back, right foot, left foot, plank. Again, opportunity to flow through here, or maybe it's not in the cards for you right now and you're just going to meet me in dog or table. Maybe puppy. Keep your breath easy and even as you can. If you're not already in downward facing dog or table, get yourself there. Coming back to our flow. Rooting into the left foot, lift the right leg, bend, twist, and open. Stack your right hip over your left, bend your knee, maybe circle your toes.
Press down into the hands. Extend long through both sides of your body. Connect to your core. Connect to your breath as you extend your legs, square your hips, curl in and step through. High lunge. Same sequence here. Inhale, rise. Get connected to your legs, to your roots, to the earth. Get connected to your breath. Again, we bend so we don't break. Be okay with the wobbles and the wiggles that life provides to us every day. Anchor down into that left heel. Keep a deep bend in your right knee. Warrior two. Full breath here. Full breath out. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Take a breath in here. Take another breath. And as you exhale, moving through warrior two, extend long through that right leg, triangle pose. Now, if you have a block handy, maybe you're going to tuck a block behind your shin, underneath your shoulder. Maybe you'll hover your hand. Maybe you can reach the earth. Maybe you're more of an Ashtanga yogi and you're going to reach your peace fingers for your big toe. Extend, heart to hands. Get grounded into your legs. Drag your feet apart to give a little more space in the low back. Hug your belly in. Take a breath in. Full breath out. Radiant yogis. Connect to your unique beauty tonight. As you exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Bend your knee. We're hugging that right knee into the chest. I'm going to give you guys some options here, so please take them. Hug that right knee into the chest. You can place that arch of the right foot at the left calf. Take a breath in here. Begin to spin onto the left hand, knife edge of the left foot. Widen that right knee, tree pose. Side plank. Woo! Yes, we did. Now, if this is not working for you, you're going to do this, right? Still looks like tree. We're still doing a variation of tree. So you're either in that side plank variation or you have your knee grounded. Take a breath here. Hand to the heart. Step that right foot behind the left calf. Wild thing. Kamatkarasana. Lift your heart. Tailbone extends to the back of the knee. Now, if you're coming from your knee, you're going to walk that right foot back. You can do the same pose. Breath. Bring it. Lift your heart. One more breath in here. Take your gaze down. Hands come back in. Plank pose. That was fun. We're going to do it again. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rise. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. If you need to take a child's pose or a puppy pose for a couple breaths, please do that. And we will do some wrist stretches after this round. Easy breath in and out. Come back to your downward facing dog. Left leg extends and bends. Three-legged dog, bend, twist, and open. Stack your left hip over your right. Maybe circle those toes in the air. Take one more breath in here, bright and radiant through both sides of the body. Extend your legs, square your hips. Curl in and step through. Crescent pose. Inhale, rise. Reach those arms up, palms forward. Ground through the legs, squeeze your feet together. Take another breath in, warrior two. Open your arms out wide. Keep squeezing those feet together. Get grounded, connect to your roots. Flip that palm, reverse your warrior. Make sure that right thigh is not popping forward, that your back foot is parallel or slightly turned in from the back of the mat. One more breath here. As we pass through warrior two, begin to stretch that left leg long, taking triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Again, if you have a block, you can place that block behind your foot, peeling that right arm up to the sky. Again, get broad from the heart through the hands, strong from the hips through the feet. Drag your feet slightly apart. Deep breath. Full exhale. Find your full radiance here in your triangle pose. One more deep breath in here. Enjoy it, right? Because you know we've got that side plank coming up. Begin to soften that left knee. Frame your foot. Now we're picking up that left knee, hug it into the chest. Back heel is lifted. Curl that left knee in. Tap the inner arch with the right calf with the inner arch of the left foot. Begin to come onto the right hand, pinky toe edge of the right foot. Stack for tree. Tree can be here. Tree can be here. Maybe your tree is here, right? So take the tree that serves you best, all right? And get radiant here from the right hand to the left. Feel your heart lift up. Be okay with the wiggles and the wobbles. Bring your left hand to your heart. Left foot steps back, wild thing modification. Keep the heart lifted. Breathe. Big Kamakharasana. Take another breath in here. Look to the earth. Flip it back over. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. If you'd like to flow through, you go for it. We're finding child's pose together. Wrap your hands next to your heels, next to your feet, forehead to the mat. Reconnect to your breath here. Try to smooth it out so the inhale and exhale match once again. Slowly place your hands for table, begin to rise up. Take those right fingertips and flip them back towards your right knee. Now, if your right fingertips are not going that direction, you can go to the side, you can turn to the middle, and we'll start to make some little circles with the hips. Be super kind here. Go really slow and easy. And take those circles in the other direction, just stretching out the wrists and the hands after the side plank pose. And the wild thing. And begin to slowly flip those fingers back. Taking the left hand, turn your fingertips towards your knee. Same thing, make some tiny circles here. And take those in the other direction. Spin those fingers back to center. Take the back of that right hand and place it close to your knee so your fingertips look back at your knee. And widening from the thumb to the pinky finger, gently press back through the hips and stretch the back of the wrist. Slowly come back to center. Turn those fingers forward. Flip the left wrist back towards your knees. Same thing. Just really gentle, reaching back through the hips, keeping the thumb and pinky fingers super wide. Slowly bringing it on back to center. Take that right arm up to the sky. Deep breath here and thread the needle. Yay! Stay grounded here. Now feel the places that your body touches the earth. Your shoulder, your temple, the back of your hand. Maybe uncurl your toes. Maybe you want to wiggle back and make it more of a child's pose. So settle in. Wherever it feels like is a good place for you to land and get grounded tonight, do that. Maybe you want to wiggle those left toes back. Or just keep your left hand right by your face all snugly. Couple more breaths here. Press down into that left hand right in front of your face. Sweep that right arm all the way up to the sky. And bring your right hand down underneath your shoulder. Inhale your left arm up. Same thing. Thread the needle underneath your right side. Come to rest on your left shoulder, your left temple. Notice where your body touches the floor. Get snuggly again. Maybe you want to reach forward into those right fingertips or back into the right toes. Maybe you enjoy being a little more grounded and you'll move your knees wider, hips into a child's position. So make the choices that help you to remain grounded and to be like the tree tonight. One more breath in and out here, enjoying your time on the earth. Slide that right hand back in, reach your left hand up, and bring your hand back to the mat. Cross your ankles, and we're coming down to sit in a Janu Shirshasana, which is like a seated tree pose. Yay. So lots of variations of tree tonight. Maybe not the ones you were thinking we were going to do and hold, but this is what we've got. Extend your right leg, fold the sole of your left foot in towards your inner thigh. Now I've got a blanket, so I'm going to sit up on the blanket because it gives me a little more space in my hips, makes my knees happier. So I'm going to sit up on that blanket, extending my right leg out, left leg folded in. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, take a little twist, right hand to the left knee, left hand finds the earth. Deep breath in, full breath out. Reach your arms up, turn your navel towards your long leg and extend forward. Not collapsing. Keep your heart lifted and feel those left ribs wanting to come down towards the right inner thigh. One more time. Inhale, stretch up. Slowly turn and twist towards that bent knee. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Get connected to the length in your spine. Be the tree. Next in-breath reaches the arms up, carries you out and over that right leg again. Frame your foot, stretch, maybe a little longer this time. Maybe you can really stretch the heart towards the toes. Maybe taking that left hand across your ankle or using the strap. Keep your heart open. Enjoy your breath. Stay grounded through both hips, heavy. And with your next breath in, slowly release that twist, rise up, extend your legs and give them a little wiggle. Nice. Keep that right leg long. Cross your left ankle now over your right thigh. Walk your hands behind you, fingertips turn towards your hips or slightly out. Begin to slide a bend into that right knee. I don't know how far you can bend your right knee. Depends on how far the left hip wants you to bend your right knee, right? So you're going to keep bending that knee and allowing the left knee to get heavy. Bend your knee, allow the left knee to get heavy. So maybe you're going to stay right here and really curl those shoulder blades behind the heart, lift the heart. Maybe you can push into your right foot and begin to lift your hips. Keep finding that heaviness in the left thigh, left knee. Lift your heart without dropping your head all the way back. Take a breath in here. Heart is open, hips are open. Take one more breath. Slowly release your hips to the floor. Little wiggle of that knee over to the left. Little wiggle of the sole of the foot over to the right. I'm going to come off my blanket for this twist. So placing the sole of that foot over to the right side of your mat, begin to walk your hands all the way out in front of that foot. Maybe your shoulder kind of tucks to the inside of your knee. Stretch your chest over to the right. Enjoy your breath. Stay grounded through the sole of that left foot. One more breath here. On your next in-breath, prepare to rise and come out of the pose. Unwind your legs and give them a little wiggle. We'll do the other side. So again, adjust the flesh away from your seat so your sitting bones are grounded. Extend your left leg, fold your right leg in. Take a breath in here, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist. Left hand comes to the right knee this time. Right hand to the earth as you sit up nice and tall. Lengthen your spine. Breathing into that space. Inhale, take your arms all the way up, folding out over your long leg, reach your heart forward. So again, not really going anywhere in particular, just paying attention this round. We're doing 2 rounds. Inhale, reach your arms back up. We'll move into that twist again, left hand to the knee, right hand to the earth. Deep breath. Full exhale. Last time here, extend your arms up, folding out over the long leg. Maybe you're going a little bit deeper this time. Stretch the chest forward. Perhaps you're crossing that right hand over your ankle, or maybe use the strap to get there, or the belt from your robe. Anchor those left fingertips and turn your heart in that direction. Draw your belly in. And enjoy your breath. Enjoy the sensation of that long left leg and the bent right knee. One more breath in here. Slowly release whatever bind you have and unwind your pose. Extend your legs. And we'll do that little Suchi Randrasana reverse table on this side. And I'm just going to tuck my blanket out of the way. So begin to bring your hands behind your back. This time the right ankle crosses over the left thigh. And let that right ankle get a little heavy. You're going to start to bend that left knee. And again, I don't know how far you can bend that left knee. So start to bend that left knee. Take your time. Maybe you can get your foot under your knee, maybe not. Keep the heart lifted, hands just a little wider than the hips, pointing towards the hips or slightly out. Maybe you'll stay right here. Curl those shoulder blades behind the upper chest, lift the heart, be all sunshiny in your face. Maybe you'll push down into the sole of that left foot to begin to lift your hips. Keeping head connected to spine. Be like the tree, nice and long. Curl the heart open, staying connected to the little muscles in the neck. Lengthen the spine. Heaviness in that right leg. Take one more breath. And slowly release everything back down. Swing that leg to the right. And swing that leg to the left. Plant down into the sole of that foot. Begin to walk your hands out and in front of that foot. Stretch your chest forward, widen that right inner thigh. And be here and breathe here. Finding that balance to your breath again, matching the inhale with the exhale. One more breath. Prepare to move. Slowly begin to come back to center. And unwind your legs, give them a little wiggle. And turn so that you have space to come all the way down your mat. Bend your knees a little bit. Bring your hands behind your thighs. Get connected to your middle. Reach your hands forward now to frame your thighs. Slowly come down. As if you could brush every vertebrae to the earth as you come slowly down to the earth. Ooh, how slow can you go? Stretch your arms up and above your head. Stretch your legs long. Take a breath in here. Spread your fingers and toes. And then slowly begin to hug that right knee in. Use your right hand to guide that right knee in some nice big circles. And then take it in the other direction. Begin to drop the sole of that right foot now to the left inner thigh, finding a supine tree pose, Supta Vrikshasana. Inhale, reach your arms back up. So imagine that you're standing on the sole of that left foot. Flex your left foot, toes to the sky. Reach long from hips to armpits to fingertips. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth. Imagine that it's 75 today instead of 45. That's a good dream right there. I think we're due. Slowly bring those hands back down and pull that right knee back into your chest. Extend your foot to the sky, point and flex. Bend your knee and lengthen your leg. Other side, left knee comes in. Use your left hand to make some nice big wide circles with that left knee. And then taking that in the other direction. Maybe you're still getting some pops and cracks, and that's a good thing. Begin to fold the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh for that Supta Vrikshasana again, supine tree. Extend your arms, flex your right toes up to the sky. Imagine that you're standing in soft, warm grass. Channel that 75, 85 degrees rather than 45. Let the corners of your mouth curl up, your shoulder blades soften onto the earth. Take another breath in here. Slowly begin to bring the hands down. Draw that left knee back into the chest. Extend your left leg to the sky. Point and flex your toes. And bring that knee back in. Bring the right knee in to join it. Make some circles with the knees. Fold the soles of your feet together, knees apart now for Supta Baddha Konasana. So we're just doing the full pose. We've been doing the half with the Supta Vrikshasana, the supine tree. So now we're just doing both legs at once. So fold the soles of the feet together, knees apart. If this is too much for your hips or your knees, you're more than welcome to tuck blocks underneath your knees. I know you're up there somewhere. So if you have blocks and you want to tuck those under your knees for support, do that. Again, bring a hand to your belly and a hand to your heart. Get reconnected to the rhythm of your breath. If you set an intention for your practice today, return to that. Pay attention to any fluctuations or wiggles in your physical body. All that chitta vritti, that mind stuff that might be floating around your head right now. If there's a last bend or twist or stretch or hug that you need to complete your practice in the way that serves you best, please feel free to do that. If you'd like to stay here for Shavasana and Supta Baddha Konasana, you're more than welcome to do that. If you'd like to draw the knees together and extend your legs for Shavasana, perhaps turn your palms to the sky. Maybe grab your blanket and place your blanket across your hips. Again, we're making efforts to get grounded here. Whatever grounds you today, take that posture. My barking dogs are not grounding, and I apologize for the disruption. Keep your shoulders soft, your heart open. Reconnect to the rhythm of your breath. Notice the places that your body touches the earth. Wiggle anything out that feels strained, anything that you're gripping. Take a long breath in through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. Separate your teeth. Allow the tip of your tongue to touch the back of your lower teeth, the base of your tongue to fill the back of your lower teeth. Relax your jaw and the skin of your face. Connecting only to the rhythm of your breath, the sound of your breath. Be grounded in that sensation, in that sound.
You're more than welcome to stay here for an extra long Shavasana tonight. For those of you who are moving out of the practice, begin to slowly move fingers and toes. Begin to bend your knees, maybe giving your knees a big hug in towards your middle. Roll onto your right side and pause. Press your hands into the earth and begin to rise to an easy seated pose, whatever that means for you. Close your eyes or take your gaze to the earth and draw your hands to heart center. As we come to the close of our practice, we're reminded to be like a tree. Stay grounded. Connect with your roots. Turn over a new leaf. Bend before you break. And keep growing. Receive the presence and confidence of this practice with gratitude to Mother Earth, with gratitude for this pause, for healing and growth for all beings, to your presence, and to your example of strength and radiance. Let us bow to one another as we say, Namaste. Thanks to all of you for joining me this evening, for joining us on Yoga on the Screen, brought to you by Cleveland Public Square, from Namaste Yoga and Jolynn, me, and the letter E for Earth. Happy Earth Day, and don't forget to be like the tree, bend so you don't break, and just keep growing. Thanks to all of you for joining us. Again, we have live stream classes every day at 9 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Join Lisa, who loves trees, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Soul and Steady Yin. And join Sisa at 5:30 tomorrow for Slow Flow. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel at Namaste Yoga Studio Northfield. Super grateful to all of you for practicing with me this evening. Happy Wednesday. Happy Earth Day. Namaste.